Hi, Juliet.
All right. Yeah. We just got stuck in a feedback loop. Apologies. Very sci-fi of us. Welcome everybody to the Aurealis Awards of 2021. I'm Freya Mask and this is Leaf Shallcross. We will be your hosts for this evening. I wanted to start us off by acknowledging that for everyone here who is coming to us from somewhere in Australia, we are all meeting on unceded Aboriginal land. Leaf and I are tonight on Ngunnawal country, and I wanted to acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands and their elders, past, present, and emerging, and a special welcome, of course, to anybody here tonight who identifies as Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander. Now, a few more housekeeping things before we get going. We are running under the Continuum Code of Conduct tonight. And also we are currently being recorded for the Aurealis YouTube channel. Closed captioning is available. We have just confirmed. So if you need it, then by all means do turn it on. A little bit more of housekeeping around the awards themselves. Trophies will be mailed to the winners at the end. When we are announcing the winner, we will then ask if that winner or a representative would like to unmute to accept the award. Everybody else, please keep yourself muted unless you are accepting an award. If you do not, you may be forcibly muted by the host. Of course, you can keep talking amongst yourselves in the Zoom chat. Zoom also has reactions if you want to put a little smiley face or a heart or something like that. And if you would like to tweet about the event, you can use the Twitter hashtag Aurealis Awards.
Great. So we are sad to be doing this over Zoom rather than in person because many of us have not had the opportunity to gather together with our tribe for quite some time now. The Australian SF fantasy and horror community is a close community, as you can see in the chat going on at the moment, and we all miss each other. But we're really happy to be able to spend time with everyone tonight. We just wanted to acknowledge that for many of us, reading has been a big part of keeping us going over the last 18 months or so. it's a great way of escaping the tyranny of lockdown and the doom news cycle. And we also wanted to give a bit of a shout out to the long and glorious tradition of the SFFH genres, embracing the apocalypse in its the plague apocalypse in its many forms: zombie apocalypses, weird virulent fungi, magical plagues, all of the above. So happy pandemic, and welcome to the Aurealis Awards tonight.
So I think we're ready to get going.
So the first award that we are announcing tonight is Best Children's Fiction. And the nominees for Best Children's Fiction are Zana Freylon for The Lost Soul Atlas, Nicholas J. Johnson for Tricky Nick, Bren McDibble for Across the Risen Sea, Frances Watts, The Chicken's Curse, Lily Wilkinson, illustrated by with illustrations by Dustin Spence for Hodgepodge, How to Make a Pet Monster, and Sean Williams for Her Perilous Mansion. And the winner is, drumroll, Lost Soul Atlas by Zana Freylon, published by Hachette Australia. Zana, are you online? Do you want to unmute? Yes.
I am. Hi, everyone. This is completely blown my head. I did not do a speech because, you know, if I did that, then I definitely would be jinxing myself. So I'm speechless. Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you to the Aurealis committee. Of all the awards, this is one which sits very close to my heart. In fact, I'm holding We Free Men as my, you know, Sir Terry Pratchett was here with me waiting. Thanks everyone. Thanks to my community. Thank you to Hachette and my wonderful editors who worked on this with me, Helen Thomas and Suzanne O'Sullivan and Amina Youssef. Thank you, huge thank you to Danny Solomon from Readings, who talked me through all the ins and outs when I was really struggling. Thanks also to my writing community, The Coven, Penny Harrison, Penny Russin and Kate Mildenhall. We spent many coffees going through plot problems and everything else. And of course, a huge thank you to my family who's out there listening at the moment, who spent more hours and had more discussions about this book with me than I think it's ever thought would have been possible. And that's all. Congratulations to everyone on the shortlist. They were all my favorite books. So yeah, thanks everyone. That's great.
Congratulations, Anna. So second category for this evening is that for Best Graphic Novel or Illustrated Work. So the nominees in this category are Mike Barry for Action Tank Book 2, Chris Gooch for Under Earth, Pat Grant for The Grot, and Matt Stanton for The Odds. And the winner is Chris Gooch for Under Earth.
Do we have Chris online tonight?
Or anybody who would like to speak up on Chris's behalf?
Looks like not.
Looks like not.
But congratulations, Chris. Your
Yes.
award is in the mail.
Or will be soon.
Or will be soon, yeah.
So when we were putting together a very brief running of ceremony tonight, we did do a little bit of Wikipedia diving into the history of the Aurealis Awards. And so we discovered that they were first awarded in 1996, looking back onto the works produced in 95. And at that time, it was only the short story and novel categories that were awarded for young adult, horror, fantasy, and science fiction. At that time, There weren't any for anthologies or for collections or for graphic novels. Those were all introduced in 2008. And then in 2013, there were some short and long children's fiction categories that were both merged into a single category of children's fiction. And novellas, which are a really emerging and increasingly popular format in, I think, the speculative fiction genre especially, appeared on the ballot from 2016 onwards.
So we're now going to move back into the awards. So the next category is the Best Young Adult Short Story. And the nominees for this are Nikki Lee for Dingo and Sister, also Nikki Lee for Ram's Revenge, Juliette Marillier for Pea Soup, Juliette Marillier for The Witching Well, Freya Mask for Eat, Pray, Love, and Tansy Rayner Roberts for Kids These Days. And the winner is Dingo and Sister, Nikki Lee, in Andromeda Spaceways magazine, number 78. Congratulations, Nikki. I'm pretty sure Nikki's online.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. My heart's absolutely pounding. Thank you so much, especially to Andromeda Spaceways for basically picking it up out of the slush pile. It was kind of sent in on a whim, and the editor, Brooke Monday, loved it, and she championed it all the way through the early days of that pandemic. So massive kudos to her for seeing that through. And a big shout out to the Aurealis Awards judges, because there's quite a bit of talent on display tonight, and that can't have been easy. So yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki, and congratulations again. All right, so we will move on then to the next category, which is the Best Horror Short Story. Please ignore this glimpse behind the curtain. There we go. So the nominees for Best Horror Short Story are Elaine Kuyakeng for The Genetic Alchemist's Daughter, Martin Livings for The Bone Fairy, Jessica Nelson Tyers for Phoenix Pharmaceuticals, Garth Nix for Many Mouths to Make a Meal, and Helena O'Connor for How We Felt. And the winner is Jessica Nelson Tyers for Phoenix Pharmaceuticals in Cancer the Zodiac series number 7 with Dead Set Press. Do we have Jessica online?
Yep. Thank you so much. I'm absolutely stunned and amazed, and I'd like to thank my husband for his unfailing support through the years, and I'd like to thank Dead Set Press. That was fantastic that they picked it up and did a great job editing it, and for everything they do for the Australian writing community. And it wouldn't be right for me not to thank coffee and chocolate just for being my constant writing companions. So thanks so much to all of you at Aurealis as well.
Thanks, Jessica. Congratulations. All right, the next category we are going to announce is the Best Horror Novella. In this category, our nominees are J. Ashley Smith for The Attic Tragedy, Andrew Cull for The Cockroach King, Michael Gardner for Foundations, Robert Hood for Bad Weather, and Chris Mason for The Saltbush Queen. And the winner is The Saltbush Queen, Chris Mason from Outback Horrors Down Under, Things in the Well. Do we have Chris?
Is Chris here? She did send me a speech, so hi, I'm not Chris, I'm Tahani. Chris did send me a little speech through. Sorry, I'm too devising at the moment. Thank you to the Aurealis Awards judges and organisers, and congratulations to all the other finalists. It is an honour to receive this award, and I am very humbled for my work to again be recognised by the awards team. Huge thanks to Steve Dillon at Things in the Well for publishing The Saltbush Queen and for being a wonderful mentor and friend. Thanks also to my husband, Trevor, who continues to read my first drafts with enthusiasm and encouragement. I'm absolutely thrilled to accept this award.
Congratulations, Chris. And thank you, Tahani. We are reliably informed by the Aurealis Organising Committee that there were over 850 entries received this year in the Aurealis Awards across 15 categories. That's a massive job to get through. So we want to extend a huge thank you to our judging panelists for putting in all the time and energy to read all of these. And we would just like to encourage people who might be interested in contributing to the Aurealis Awards in future to consider putting your hand up to be on our judging panels for future years.
We thought we would just slide that on in there. So moving on now to the next category, and this is for Best Fantasy Short Story. And in this category, the nominees are Nikki Lee for The Dead May Dance, Louise Pieper for Truth Be Told, Garth Nix for The Case of the Somewhat Mythic Sword, JZ Ting for Terracotta Daughter, and Suzanne J. Willis for A Solace of Shadows. And the winner is Louise Pieper for Truth Be Told in unnatural order through CSFG.
Louise, are you there? We can almost see you, Louise.
Yes.
I think we can hear you.
Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Can I thank my community with the G peeps and SFG for the people especially the software.
Louise, we're having a bit of trouble hearing you.
Yeah, this is about shorter.
Sorry, Louise, we're having a bit of trouble hearing you. It sounds like it's a dodgy connection.
The idea to make even a voice, I would never have had the
Are you able to turn your camera off if it just disable the camera and just do audio? That can sometimes help.
Understanding the story today. Thanks so much. I'm stoked. Thank you.
Okay. Right. Well, thank you, Louise. We did have the sound cutting in and out a little bit. You're more than welcome to put something in the chat as well if you would like specific people that you would like to thank, because we only got a little bit of the speech there.
But big congratulations to a fellow Canberra author and CSFG member.
Yes, absolutely. All right, moving on. Right, so now we are entering the world of Best Fantasy Novella. And our nominees for Best Fantasy Novella are Thoraya Dyer for Generation Gap, Lisa L. Hannett for By Touch and By Glance, Nikki Lee for Dingo and Sister, Nikki Lee again for Karkinos, and Tansy Rayner Roberts for The Frost Fair Affair. And the winner is Dingo and Sister, Nikki Lee from Andromeda Spaceways magazine, number 78. Hey, Nikki, do you want to jump back on?
I wasn't expecting to win more than one, so I didn't have anything else prepared. Thanks again. I'll leave it at that.
That's fine. Congratulations again. We will not force you to make a second speech unless you really want to. Excellent. All right, well, in that case, then I think we'll move on to the next category, and that is for Best Science Fiction Short Story. And the nominees in this category are Fiona Bell for Mary Mary, Elaine Kuyagkang for The Genetic Alchemist's Daughter, Jack Heath for Pork Belly, T.R. Napa for Jack's Fine Dining, Ben Peake for Andrei Tarkovsky, and Deborah Sheldon for All the Stars in Her Eyes. And the winner is Fiona Bell for Mary Mary in Aurealis number 135. Congratulations, Fiona. Are you online? Or does anybody like to speak for Fiona or accept on her behalf? Nope. All right. Well, then we will move along. Before we move on to the next category, one of the things that we did want to mention in particular is the power of independent publishers in Australia. And we were really glad to see quite a few of our indie presses here in Australia really strongly represented on the shortlists this year. So look, keep supporting our indie presses, check out some of the anthologies and some of the zines and books that have been mentioned tonight. And as well, do keep supporting your local bricks and mortar bookshops, especially your indie bookshops. Look, in these pandemic days, the days of Lord Bezos, we only have a handful of physical bookshops and especially indie bookshops left compared to what we used to have. We want to preserve them. We want to keep supporting Australian booksellers as well.
So on to the next category, which is best science fiction novella. And the nominees in this category are Grace Chan for Jigsaw Children, Thoraya Dyer for Generation Gap, Nikki Lee for Dingo and Sister, and T.R. Napa for The Weight of the Air, The Weight of the World. And the winner of Best Science Fiction Novella is Tim, T.R. Napa, The Weight of the Air, The Weight of the World in Neon Leviathan, Grimdark magazine. Do we have Tim online?
Is my hair okay?
Yeah, there you are. There you are.
Well, look, thanks very much. Thank you to Tahani for running this year on year for must be some time now. Thanks to Adrian Collins. I don't know if he's online at the moment, but he's the publisher of Grimdark magazine, and I don't know if this novella would have been published had he not accepted it for the collection. So thank you to Adrian. And thank you to my wife, Sarah, my kids, Willem and Robert, because without them, this doesn't really mean anything. Thank you.
And
us. Oh, and my friends here. Thank you. That's all I got. Thank you.
Okay, well, now Leaf and I are having party envy because clearly we are not at the cool gathering.
We can see you dancing.
All right. Yes, everyone wants to be in Canberra, and even those of us who are in Canberra want to be at the party. So good job, everyone. All right, so we are going to now move on to our next category, which is for Best Collection. And the nominees in this category are Lisa L. Hannett for Songs for Dark Seasons, Juliette Marillier for Mother Thorn and Other Tales of Courage and Kindness, Tansy Rayner Roberts for Castle Charming, Tansy Rayner Roberts again for Unreal Alchemy, Angela Slater for The Heart is a Mirror for Sinners and Other Stories, and Kat Sparks for Dark Harvest. And the winner is Angela Slater for The Heart is a Mirror for Sinners and Other Stories through PS Publishing, and I pronounced it right that time. Do we have Angela online? or anybody who would like to accept on Angela's behalf?
Doesn't look like it. Congratulations, Angela.
Sorry, guys. Angela did tell me she wasn't going to be here, but she didn't send me a speech, but I'm sure she would like to thank her publishers and editor and every person who helps her out with, I'm sure Lisa and people like that who she works with on her stories. So yeah, I'll just say it on her behalf. So yay, well done, Angela.
Thank you, Tahani.
Okay, and now we have the nominations for Best Anthology, which are give us a minute. Michael Muhammad Ahmed, the editor of After Australia. Sana Jalichva, the editor for Rebuilding Tomorrow. Ikey Flintheart and Pamela Jeffs, editors of The Zookeeper's Tales of Interstellar Oddities. Alice Franklin and Liz Wickramasinghe, the editors of Unnatural Order. And Lee Murray and Genevieve Flynn, the editors of Black Cranes, Tales of Unquiet Women. And Jonathan Strahan, editor for Made to Order, Robots and Revolution. And the winner is Rebuilding Tomorrow, Sana Delichva, 12th Planet Press. Do we have Sana online?
Yes, I'm here. Wow, I was not expecting this. So thank you, everyone, the conveners of the Aurealis Awards and the judges for all the hard work you've done. And thank you so much for honouring my book. It was quite a journey to make Rebuilding Tomorrow. There were a lot of world events that kind of got in the way and a lot of people that helped make it possible. So thank you to all the authors, to our publisher, Elisa Krasnostein of 12th Planet Press, my partner, Lewis, the cover artist, and our designer, the cover artist, Geneva Bowers, and designer, Bo Parsons. So thank you to everyone, and wow.
Thank you, Sana. Congratulations. So we just wanted to pause at this point in the ceremony, and many of you would have known one of the nominees in this category, Ikey Flintheart. So we just wanted to pause and acknowledge and honour the people that we've lost over the last year. Ikey Flintheart was an author, an editor, a teacher. Many of us have learned a lot from her Fight Like a Girl workshops and book. And we lost her far too early, and she's left a massive hole in our community. Other people who have left a bit of a hole in our lives over the last year include Valerie Parv, who was a giant of the romance genre in Australia. Again, even though she wrote romance novels, many of us in the SFFH genres learned a lot from her through workshops and her writing books. And obviously she's left behind a legacy of many, many stories. We've also lost people from the fandom side of our community, and we wanted to also honour Karen Babcock, Patricia Anderson and Merv Binns, all of whom were very familiar faces around the con circuit. I just wanted to take a moment and offer people in the chat the opportunity to let us know of anybody else that they'd like us to mention at this point. So I'll just give a couple of seconds. Okay, I think, John Bangsund is, I don't know John, but obviously he's somebody from our community who is no longer with us. Okay.
If any more come in, then we'll read those out as well. We wanted to mention, so we've been told now that Louise Pieper has possibly got the audio and camera working again. Louise, did you want to have another go at giving your speech? We'd all like to hear it if you do.
I can try. Is that better?
Yep, we can hear you a bit better now.
Is that?
No, we're not getting any sound through now.
I thank you. I'll type.
We can see you.
It's all right, we'll pause so Louise can type the speech. Well, everyone keep an eye on the chat. I think Louise will put the speech in there.
Oh, here we go. She would like to thank the CSFG writing community and the editors. I'll just give her a second. Anyone else, Louise?
That's all right. We'll keep an eye on the chat, and we will deliver the speech piecemeal if necessary.
Yep.
So we'll move on now then to the next category, which is that for best fantasy novel. Oh, nope, sorry, I've jumped ahead too far. We are going to, in fact, the best young adult novel. And the nominees in this category are Asphyxia for Future Girl, Amy Kaufman and Jay Christoph for Aurora Burning, Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner for The Other Side of the Sky, Jay Christoph for True Life, Garth Nix for The Left-Handed Booksellers of London, and Lily Wilkinson for The Erasure Initiative. And the winner is Lily Wilkinson for The Erasure Initiative through Allen and Unwin. Lily, are you available to speak?
Yes, I am. Hello, everyone. That was very unexpected, and I was not expecting it at all. Okay, I have to thank, oh gosh, everyone at Allen and Unwin, but especially my editor, Jodie, who has been my mentor and my editor for like well over a decade and is, you know, just such an incredible friend and human, and everybody else at Allen and Unwin as well. I would like to thank my agent, Caitlin Detweiler. I would like to thank everybody at the Aurealis Awards, the judges and the organisers. This is my first Aurealis Award, hopefully not the last. And it has always been the kind of the award that I coveted more than any other, because I love speculative fiction, I love fantasy, and I love science fiction, and it is so exciting to be part of this community. So thank you so much to all of the readers, and thank you, of course, always to all of the incredible teams who read my books and love them, hopefully. And congratulations to all the other nominees. It's a really, really incredible list this year. So thank you.
Thank you and congratulations again.
Okay, so now we're going to announce the award for Best Horror Novel. The nominees for the Best Horror Novel are Daniel DeLorme for Soul Survivor, Simon Haynes for An Enigma in Silver, Ellie Marnie for None Shall Sleep, Claire McKenna for Monstrous Heart, and Marty Young for Gutter Breed. And the winner is None Shall Sleep, Ellie Marnie from Allen and Unwin. Do we have, I'm pretty sure we have Ellie.
Yeah, hi. This is completely unexpected and absolutely amazing. Oh my God. Okay, I should thank people. First of all, I should thank Jodie Webster from Allen and Unwin, who was an absolute champ with this book. Also Sophie Splatt and Hilary Reynolds from ANU, who are amazing. Far out. Can I thank all of my writing compatriots who know who they are? And yeah, it's amazing to be nominated for a start, and I still am freaking out that I won this. Oh my God. Okay. That's it. Thank you very much to the Aurealis judges. That is incredible, the work that you do, and I really appreciate it. So thank you. Wow.
Thank you. Congratulations, Ellie. So I think one of the things that we've really enjoyed and appreciated seeing over the past few years is the fact that technology being as it is means that the distance between Australia and the big publishing centres of the world, I suppose, such as London and New York, has really collapsed in many ways. And we are seeing opportunities for more and more Australian writers to be published internationally and to be known worldwide. So I guess this is a bit of a heads up to keep an eye on the names on the list and on the ballots this year. Previous Aurealis winners have become international speculative fiction names, and some of those who are on the list this year already are. We want to just keep growing and growing. I think we really do punch above our weight as far as the SFF&H community is concerned, so keep at it. And now we are moving on to the last few awards. So for Best Fantasy Novel, the nominees are Sam Hawke for Hollow Empire, Claire McKenna for Monstrous Heart, Garth Nix for The Left-Handed Booksellers of London, Astrid Schult for The Vanishing Deep, Dirk Strasser for Conquest, and Bonnie Wynne for The Ninth Sorceress. And the winner is Garth Nix for The Left-Handed Booksellers of London through Allen and Unwin. Garth, would you like to accept?
Yes, thank you. It's very, very kind. I am surprised. I think I've probably won too many of these over many years, and so it's a very nice surprise. Thank you to the Aurealis judges and to Tahani and everyone who works on the Aurealis Awards. I know you all work so very, very hard, and it's a tremendous thing that you do to just bring all these books and all these stories to the attention of everyone around the world. So thank you for that. I'd also like to thank Catherine Tegan at Catherine Tegan Books at HarperCollins in New York, Gillian Redfern at Galance, and Eva Mills and her team at Allen Unwin in Australia, and everyone who's worked on my books, and of course to everyone who's on the short lists and has done tremendous work, all the other authors in Australia who write so many wonderful, wonderful things. And I'm proud to be one of many people doing tremendous work and continuing to do so. So thanks again. All right, thank you.
Congratulations, Garth. We will now announce the winner of the Best Science Fiction Novel. This is the penultimate award for the evening. So the nominations for Best Science Fiction Novel are James Bradley for Ghost Species, Amy Kaufman and Jay Christoph for Aurora Burning, Donna Maxa for Fauna, Laura Jean McKay for The Animals in Bat Country, Kate Mildenhall for The Mother Fault, and Corey J. White for Repo Virtual. And the winner is joint winners, Laura Jane McKay for The Animals in That Country from Scribe Publications, and Corey J. White for Repo Virtual from Tor.com Publishing. So shall we see if Laura is seeing that she's there first? Laura.
I'm heavily panting like a dog. Hi, thank you so much. This is such a shock, and I'm so delighted to be able to share this with Corey. Congratulations, Corey. Thank you so much to the Aurealis Awards. Like Lily Wilkinson said, you know, this is just, I just didn't think that I would be able to write something that would be accepted by such an incredible community. So this is the greatest honor, and huge thank you to my wonderful publisher at Scribe, Marika Webb-Pullman, who saw a book about our relationships with other animals and about talking animals and just ran with it and ran hard. She's an incredible advocate for wonderful literature. Thank you to my family, to my
Congratulations.
to my very excited partner, Tom Doig, and also my family in Australia. Feel light years away. I'm so homesick living in New Zealand, but I always feel very close to them because they're so supportive, as are the writing community here in Aotearoa. So thank you so much. Sorry, I went on. Go, Corey, to talk.
Do we have Corey? Is Corey here?
Yes, hi, hello. I did not expect that at all, so I don't have anything prepared. It was such an amazing slate this year. I was just genuinely happy to be on that list of names. And so to win and to get to share that with Laura is amazing. Congrats, Laura. Just wanted to thank my editor, Carl Engel-Levitt, for helping me with this book and my elders. It's great to work with him and the whole team at Tor.com Publishing. I want to thank the judges and thank the people who have been able to, you know, taken the opportunity to talk about Repo Virtual, you know, online and in magazines and in person. It was very hard to release in a book in the middle of the pandemic, and people finding it and connecting with it that's made it all worthwhile. So yeah, thank you very much.
Well, that's a great way to end off in the main book awards with joint winners. So congratulations again to both of you. We would like to now hand over to Tahani, the award convener, for the final award.
Nobody told me we were doing this, so. Thank you. It's so great. So the Conveners Award for Excellence is our final award, and it is one that's really special because I mean, they're all special, and congratulations to everybody. It's really, it's one of those awards where it's for everything else that doesn't fit into the short story or novel categories. And we each year invite people to nominate something that is that doesn't fit within those structures. And we had several nominations this year, and we're really, really excited. We don't do a short list or anything like that. It's just a winner. And I am extremely happy to announce that the winner this year is Kirsten Mcdermott for her PhD exegesis, and it's called Never Afters, Female Friendship and Collaboration in Contemporary Revisioned Fairy Tales by Women. So congratulations, Kirsten.
Unmute. I have unmuted. Hi, everyone. Oh, wow. Thank you so much to Hani and the Aurealis Awards organisers and all the conveners who had to read my very long thesis. Yeah, wow, it feels kind of like a long time ago. I finished this, submitted, and said to my partner Jason, who was going to get thanked, but he's pissed off, so that I just need a rest for about a year, and then COVID happened. So I'm really sorry, everyone. I think that was my fault. I do want to thank my Federation University, where I did my PhD, and my supervisors, Linda, Nikki, Teresa and Meg, and then all of the many people, some of whom are here tonight, Lisa, Sean Williams, Angela Slater, Kim Wilkins, a bunch of others I'm forgetting, Peter Ball, on whose shoulder I have cried over the past 6 years doing the PhD, and who gave me valuable advice and encouragement. And yes, my absent husband Jason, who was finishing his PhD around about the same time as me, and we had not divorced despite going through PhD hell for 5 years together. So yes, thank you everybody. It's a tremendous honor. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirsten. And so that's almost it for the evening. We are going to have one more shot at Louise's thank you speech for her award. She's posted in the chat and I will just quickly read it for everybody. Sorry for the tech glitchiness, everyone. Thanks to everyone in this community and to the judges who read through a bazillion stories because we didn't have anything else to do last year other than write stories. Thank you to the CSFG writing community and especially to the editors of Unnatural Order, Liz and Alice, for making me give a monster a voice and for editing the story so it was the best it could be. Thanks also to my writing buddy, Alexandria, to the Dark Ladies Tea Club, and to my family for their unfailing support and encouragement. Thanks all. Thanks everyone. So we just wanted to finish off by,
yep, I was gonna say, I think we have one last slide to share. This is the important slide because it has drinks on it. And so Leaf and I have been patiently withholding our drinks so that we could get through all of the names. And now we have them.
So raise a glass. Big congratulations to all the nominees on the list and absolutely to the winners and to everybody who has been published in the last year and to everybody who is just who is just still writing and still creating stories and making beautiful words, because this is what keeps us going in these less than fun times. So what we would love is to see, we're very much hoping, we think the next con on the Australian calendar is Conflux in October in Canberra. So we would love to see as many of you as possible there, travel restrictions and outbreaks and Delta variants, you know, permitting. And we're really looking forward to the con circuit in Australia, you know, maybe kicking off again real soon after that, so we can all get around and see each other and pat each other on the back and maybe have some award ceremonies where people get to actually take home like heavy cut glass pretty things.
Yes. Well, then thank you again to the Aurealis team for putting together tonight. They deserve definitely a big toast as well. And even though the Zoom meeting is going to end, general chat and socialization can continue. The Discord channel is Aurealis-2021. Everyone is more than welcome to continue on socializing and getting together and chatting there. But thank you very much from us and well done.
Good night.
Thanks so much to Freya and Lee for a wonderful event. That was really great.